That you got to make sure that you don't bring lust into your marriage bed. Like there's nothing wrong with doing kinky or things of that nature that is both agreed upon by the husband and wife. So you have false expectations of sex to the point to where because when you have false expectations of sex, then you're going to expect certain things from sex from a person that may not be ready yet. So you got to be very careful that you're not cultivating lustful like tendencies and expecting bendencies. Expecting her to bend this way and bend that way and do tricks because of what you got from pornography. I'm not saying you, what people may get from pornography or other lustful streams. So you got to make sure you don't go to the extreme by what you got from pornographic streams. Right? And what that means is you got to begin to understand what love is. Sex in marriage, it has to be patient. You have to be patient. You have to be gentle. You have to be kind. The fruits of the spirit is evident in sexual intercourse. Especially when you're married, you have to be loving. You have to love that person, not lust that person. You got to find joy in that person for you to accurately love that person sexually. You got to be at peace with that person. This is your wife. This is your spouse. You got to be at peace with that. And what I mean by that, you got to make sure that you get rid of all the side pieces that you trying to bring inside the piece of your marriage from other relationships. You got to get rid of those soul ties. You got to be at peace with those people in order to have peace in your marriage. Because what you don't want to happen is try to piece the two together, and all of a sudden you're comparing this person's sexual encounter with this person. Because let me tell you something, a wife is different than a woman in the streets. A wife is different than a mistress. A wife got goals and dreams for the family. She's going to be tired. You got to make sure that you're ready for moments when she's not able to give you sex. And if you're not at a place where you're not in control or self-control in that area, then you're going to be out of control frustration wise in your marriage. And so number one, you got to get a good grip on your desires. You got to make sure that your desires are not overbearing, leading to lust, because lust is going to lead to disgust in that significant other, because that person knows that you only want sex for lustful reasons, and their body is only used to appease the demon of lust inside of you. Secondly, you got to make sure that you at peace and operating in the fruit of the spirit. You got to make sure that you're loving. You got to make sure that you're a person that's joyful all the time, because there's going to be times where you're not going to be able to get sex, and you can't allow frustration to cause a crack in your joy. And now you want to deploy other lustful strategies and techniques in other people. You got to make sure that you love, joy, peace, at peace. We already said that. You got to make sure that you're patient. You got to understand, you got to be patient with that woman who's a new wife now. One thing about marriage, and I'm going to break this down, I might be done after this. You have to understand this, that God's perfect love removes fear. And so there's a lot of fears and insecurities that creeps in marriages that suffocates the marriage. So you got to allow God to remove all fear of failure, fear of performance, fear of whatever. You got to know that you're loved, and you got to truly love that person. I lust that person. We already said love, joy, peace, and it's forbearance, is patience. You got to be patient with that person. You got to be kind to yourself and that person. You got to be good, faithful, gentle, and self-control. If not, man, your lust will be out of control, and that person will be not satisfied sexually in that nature. Let me make sure I get back to your question. So, yeah, man, you could be too freaky when you got freaks involved, and that's freaks of the past and demonic freaks, or freaky things in your mind that's self-centered and selfish. And so sex is good. God created sex, but God created sex for it to be done the right way. And so don't get so caught up on the two extremes. There's one extreme of people that's like, sex is bad. Oh my gosh, it's so disgusting. It's because those people are just, whatever. Or the other extreme of, we're going to do everything because the bed is undefiled. Well, you can defile an undefiled bed. You can defile it. The bed was meant to be done, sexually was meant to be used with true love, joy, and all the fruit of the spirit in operation, to the point to where both people feel the experience of it at a high level, and they can be able to not feel insecure, all that good stuff. So don't put nothing in no exit. I will just say that. Thank you so much for watching my video. I pray that it was a blessing to you. And if it was a blessing to you, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and share. And also make sure you check out the links in the description box below. Links to my books, card games, coaching programs that I believe will help you grow holistically for God's optimal use. I love you guys. I'll catch you next video. Peace.